A bold interview from a U.S. Congresswoman proves bald is beautiful. Today, Representative Ayanna Pressley revealed she has alopecia.
I do believe going public will help. This is my official public revealing. I'm ready now because I want to be freed from the secret and the shame that that secret carries with it.
The Massachusetts Democrat first noticed her hair falling out in the fall. The autoimmune disorder makes the body attack the hair. She hopes her story shows girls and women all around the world the power of accepting yourself. Fellow lawmakers are praising the reveal today. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar tweeted, quote, "I know women and young girls around the world will wear their crowns more proudly today because of you." And Representative Barbara Lee wrote, "Black women across the country struggle with alopecia every day. Representative Pressley is owning and loving her crown."
I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed. I felt betrayed. I do believe going public will help.
Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley getting personal, revealing today that she has alopecia and is completely bald. Pressley says she lost her hair fast and is still coming to terms with her diagnosis, but she hopes that going public will help her accept her new normal. WBZ's Paula Eben has the story.
This is my official public revealing.
In the video today, on the online magazine The Root, Massachusetts Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley told the world she has alopecia, an autoimmune disorder that causes people to lose their hair.
But I'm making progress every day. And that's why I'm doing this today.
Pressley talks about the personal and cultural significance of her hair as a Black woman and a role model for girls. She spoke about how choosing to wear braids was important to her.
I got these Senegalese twists, and I feel like I met myself fully for the first time.
At JD's Beauty Salon in Dorchester, in Pressley's congressional district, the owner calls her Congresswoman brave.
It can happen to anybody. It's a disease. You have just to face the reality and deal with it day by day.
Pressley first noticed the problem in the fall.
I had been waking up every morning to sinkfuls of hair.
And it got worse.
I felt naked, exposed, vulnerable. I felt embarrassed.
But after much thought, she decided to go public to raise awareness for little girls who look up to her.
Right now on this journey, when I feel the most unlike myself, is when I am wearing a wig. So I think that means I'm on my way.
And Congresswoman Pressley says she didn't really have time to come to terms with the loss. Her hair was gone on the eve of the impeachment vote in the House of Representatives, so still she showed up, spoke, and voted. David and Lisa?
Wow, it's a powerful story. Paula, thank you so much.
Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley opening up about her very personal battle with alopecia. In an interview for The Root, Pressley reveals her bald head for the first time. She said she first began noticing patches of her hair falling out in the fall, and then it quickly became worse until last month.
Impeachment Eve, the last little bit of my hair came out. I was completely bald, and in a matter of hours, was going to have to walk into the floor, the House chamber, House of Representatives, and cast a vote in support of articles of impeachment. And so I didn't have the luxury of mourning what felt like the loss of a limb. It was a moment of transformation, not of my choosing.
Pressley went on to say that she has gotten to a place where she's making peace with her condition, although she admitted she is not all there quite yet. So Dr. Malika Marshall joins us now, and I think a lot of people have heard of alopecia, but what is this condition?
So alopecia really means hair loss, and there are different types. So here we're talking about alopecia areata, which is actually an autoimmune condition in which the body attacks its own hair follicles. Not permanently, but for some period of time they're not able to make hair. And sometimes it can happen in isolated patches, sometimes someone can lose hair all over their scalp and in other parts of their body as well.
Wow, so who does it affect?
So it affects about 1 in 50 people. It tends to affect people under the age of 30, but it can happen at any age. Some people do have a family member who may have suffered from the same thing. More common in African Americans, but sometimes it just occurs for no clear reason.
Wow, maybe stress related at all?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, just a condition that comes along. Can it be treated?
So there are treatments out there that are available, things like corticosteroids and other creams. There's some experimental drugs that are being looked at, but nothing has been super effective. So a lot of people end up shaving their head or wearing wigs.
Right, so like Rogaine's been developed for hair growth, but that's really not effective for this?
It's been tested with this, but it has not been consistently effective.
It's frustrating, and it can truly be devastating for patients.
Well, I mean, as you know, a lot of people really identify with their hair, and not just women, men too. I saw a man not too long ago with it in clinic, and he was getting married. He was a young guy. He was getting married the next week, and so it was really devastating to him. So some people do end up needing to seek therapy because it can be so upsetting. But in many people, the hair does grow back, but it can take months, sometimes years. So it's just one of those things that affects people and can really affect their lives.
And obviously, as in the case of Representative Pressley, someone in the public eye, that's always difficult. She said she's getting there with her acceptance of this.
And it's not dangerous. It's not life-threatening.
Sure.
But as you can imagine, if you suddenly lost your hair, and I know that you and I really...
Sure, it's a big part of
your identity.
In the public eye.
Yes, for sure.
Dr. Malika Marshall, thank you so much
You're
for all of your
welcome.
knowledge. We appreciate it.
4 or 5 years ago, I decided to get Senegalese twist all the way down to my waist. And what happened is that I got these Senegalese twists, and I feel like I met myself fully for the first time. You know, I sort of looked in the mirror and I said, oh, there I am. And it felt good. So what started out as a transitional hairstyle ultimately became a statement and something that I was very intentional about. And I was very aware this hairstyle would be filtered and interpreted by some as a political statement that was militant, or people will think you're angry. And I said, well, they already think that. What I was not prepared for was the glorious gift and blessing of the acceptance and the community and the affirmation. Now I walk into rooms and little girls are wearing t-shirts that say my Congresswoman wears braids, and we receive letters from all over the globe of women who talk about their own emancipation, that they feel that I've given them permission. My twists have become such a synonymous and conflated part of not only my personal identity and how I show up in the world, but my political brand. That's why I think it's important that I'm transparent about this new normal and living with alopecia. And I immediately knew that I was going to want to, when I felt ready, go public, because I felt like I owed all those little girls an explanation. My husband says I don't, you know, that everything doesn't have to be political. The reality is that I'm Black, and I'm a Black woman, and I'm a Black woman in politics, and everything I do is political. I think you might overly intellectualize it and say, it's just hair. People are well-meaning and have been reminding me of the India Arie song, you know, I'm not my hair, you are not your hair. And that's true, but I still want it. So I'm trying to find my way here. And I do believe going public will help. This is my official public revealing. I'm ready now because I want to be freed from the secret and the shame that that secret carries with it. And because I'm not here just to occupy space, I'm here to create it. And I want to be free. I am making peace with having alopecia. I have not arrived there. I am very early in my alopecia journey, but I'm making progress every day. And that's why I'm doing this today. It's about self-agency. It's about power. It's about acceptance. Right now on this journey, when I feel the most unlike myself, is when I am wearing a wig. So I think that means I'm on my way. I've been experimenting, and so I have several units. One I call FLOTUS because it feels very Michelle Obama to me. This one I call the OG because this was the first one. I'm trying to get to a place where I give myself the space to find joy in options.
I'm running from the rain. Where do I go now? Spend hours in the chair, but nature just somehow said, hey girl. I said, hey girl, you're a beauty as you are. I've spent so much time denying my chorus line, so soft and simply being. My roots are tired of stinging. No more running from the rain. I'm fine just as I am. No more pressing out in pain. My roots are much more than family, and they sing, hey girl. I said, hey girl, you're beauty as you are. You're beauty as you are. I'm running from the rain. Where do I go now? Spent hours in that chair, but nature just somehow said, hey girl. I said, hey girl, you're a beauty as you are. Beauty as you are. Beauty as you are. You're a beauty as you are. Girl, stay true to being you. You're divine, just as you are. Girl, stay true to being you. You're divine, just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are. Girl, stay true to being you. You're divine. as you